Innovative.
I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet, and today I'm here with the homies and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Yeah.
That was not it.
What?
That was not
I don't even know. I'm so high, I forgot what I usually do, low-key.
Oh, shit, you ain't been here in a while.
No.
Right, right.
That's it. I'm high, though. See, that's the thing. When people get high off of edibles.
Tap in with our website.
I actually have one, though, when you're not here.
TheInnovativeCulture.com. And while you at it, follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Yes, Lord.
Ew. That's mine. You're not here.
And today, hey, hold on, while he here, let's just get him behind me real quick. Hold on, where he at? Yeah, pause.
Throw him behind me.
Backwards. Your head is still in the cam.
With the fresh, innovative
It's your
comedy
boy,
show.
DJ Play Dirty, you feel me? Live from Innovative Culture Studios. Almost with the innovation cultivation.
All right, Melody.
You stupid.
Turn this mic down, Kev.
Because the artist is.
Hey, yeah, he in the building today. But it's a celebration. It's
Of
an
life?
innovative comedy.
Like Drake.
And flop that thing at me like that.
Nah, like
Flop
celebration. Who was that? Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, I was like, celebration from
Cool in the
California. It's a celebration of life. Well, you remember when Drake was with Timberland? That was like a long.
All right, this motherfucking DJ Punch birthday.
Hey! Turn the fuck up.
I'm gonna turn the
The
camera to him now,
Mad
so
Podcast.
he can go ahead and do his shout outs.
Oh,
DJ
yeah.
Punch.
It's your boy DJ Punch. Make sure you follow me at I am DJ Punch. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shabambu, baby. Make sure you follow the podcast. Also co-hosted by my boy Cool Ass Cam, the FMAD Podcast at the FMAD Podcast. And shit, since it's always on the script, make sure you follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture.
Yes,
it's my
sir.
fucking birthday. I'm 34. I didn't think 34 was gonna look this good. I ain't gonna front B.
He's still like, he in his 20s. You're like 26, 27.
I thought, like when people see me with my kids and shit, they be like,
Yeah, that's your little kid.
That's
That's your little brothers.
I be like, damn, all right. I ain't gonna lie, I got the good genes. I got some ugly ass cousins, by the way.
God damn.
I feel like
he's
I got
shooting
the good
today.
genes.
You know, he high. He's shooting at everybody. He's like, nigga, it's my day, nigga. Fuck all that. What's good? It's Tony Grams.
Them bitches
Follow me on Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. I got my shades on because this nigga Dex, he done slid through and like fucking nigga dosed everybody. So yeah, we gonna pass it on.
We gonna pass it on.
Yeah, like a
Dex
blunt.
is in the building, totally sober. Totally made sure that everybody around me is sober.
Totally
too,
sober.
Just like me. Follow me on Instagram.
That's cold. His edible wasn't nothing in it. It was just like,
Nothing
it was just like
in it.
his was just normal.
Hey, Dex
It
will
was
do some
lightly
shit like
dosed.
that.
Yeah,
He'll
was
set you up like with a placebo and just watch everybody
and
look
just
stupid.
watch. He recording this shit. He got angles and shit right now.
You gotta
Like,
see the reactions, you know.
Got you.
And always in the middle of this beautiful mix, you already know what it is. It's your favorite high, the purest, the dopest. It's the China White in the motherfucking building. You already know how to find me. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Every link I got will be in my bio. What's up, Innovative?
What's good?
It's DJ Punch's birthday, y'all.
That's the real shit. We need
Hey,
like a cowbell.
But real
in
quick,
this
since my
motherfucker.
team decided they wanted to miss my week of my birthday, last week was my birthday. Shout out Leo Gang. And
Hey, happy birthday,
had to throw that
China
in there,
White.
'cause
Late
y'all,
birthday.
They was like, oh, it's China's birthday. We're just not going to have a show. So,
Cam was on vacation and he was
oh,
like,
you
I'll
was
be
turning
back.
up for my birthday?
No, I wasn't turning
Oh.
up at all. That's not what it was.
I just threw that out there and started a rumor.
Yeah.
Cam didn't have a good time.
Well, I didn't even say.
He was
like
hot,
that.
huh?
It was
Hot.
It was just a trip, and it was just a lot, to where it wasn't
Hot.
really. I did work while I was there,
Yeah.
I got caught up on a lot of things.
Always.
a lot of work.
Stay
Took my
networking.
laptop with me, and
You get to smoke?
it was innovating. Yeah.
Oh, my God. What were you smoking? Cactus?
Oh, I was smoking weed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you had to bring some
Smoking
Cali weed.
Some of that desert sand OG. Look at some desert sand OG in that motherfucker.
Desert
Y'all
sand
travel
OG.
with weed when y'all go somewhere,
Hell
like especially
yeah.
out of state?
Yeah.
I don't.
Everywhere.
As much as I smoke,
bring-
I'm scared, nigga.
It
I
depends
brought
on where I'm
pounds.
going.
You can
because
really
niggas-
pack that shit in
I
your
don't take weed nowhere.
luggage.
I
For
don't.
real?
Yes.
I just took some weed to
See-
Jamaica.
For real?
Oh,
They
bro.
were not-
Oh, wait.
they're
You
not
took
checking
weed to
for me.
I
Jamaica.
took weed
Hey,
to
tell me
Jamaica.
why. Hey, tell me why I called this motherfucker one day randomly. I was gonna ask like some DJ shit for something. I forgot some music or something. And he was like, Jamaica man, what's up?
Yeah, man.
That motherfucking phone ringtone was different and shit. I was like, God damn, he international for sure.
It looks like it should sound different when it rings. Definitely.
How do you travel with weed?
I did a pound.
What?
To Louisiana.
No, you was traveling. You was
I was about to say trafficker.
You was trafficking. What do you?
We're not going to talk about this.
I was talking about for personal use.
No, for real. It was for personal.
I was
there for a year. Obviously, I'm that bitch, so I wanted to also try to make money. No, I took the plane. They're not looking for that shit. Y'all got them messed up. Like they're looking for weapons. They're looking for bombs.
Explosives.
They're not explosives.
The dogs don't smell weed.
They're not looking for weed.
Those dogs, they're smelling explosives and gunpowder.
Put that shit on your shit that you
nigga a pound
that you check in. You straight.
Hey, I worked at LAX, and I've been in the TSA back room.
I put it in the one that
them
I check
niggas just
in.
go through your luggage, and if it's shit, they take it out, and they don't. It's not that you get in trouble. They just take it out your shit. Like they go
a pound of weed, bro.
When certain luggage goes through.
And I had mine separated in the ounces and shit, and I rolled it up in t-shirts. Like I wasn't just
but that looks like trafficking.
But
sounds like trafficking.
But it's just so it can fit properly.
Yeah, I didn't package my shit when I flew.
Great.
I brought it on my
What
carry-on.
else you ever moved with?
Like an ounce.
An ounce? See, that don't even sound. That sounds doable. The pound sounds. I gotta put too much effort. I understand.
Not that much.
I mean, I'm
no, but
going
I
to
didn't
Vegas
hide my
with a
ounce
gang
at
of
all.
weed.
I didn't hide my ounce
I've
at all.
gone to Vegas, but I've never gone like state to state.
No, it was in my carry-on, sitting right on top.
Like other further states with weed.
Yeah, it's that easy. I just ain't traveled in a long time.
And
I didn't hide it at all.
Bro,
Like it was just sitting right in there. They
website.
opened it and everything.
It's on the LAX website. You can just move with that shit.
Yeah, it's on the
Those
LAX
scissors over there,
website.
Cam?
They're not looking for that.
That used to be like an issue with me where I'd be like, man, I don't want to go somewhere, but I don't want to be like my dad. My dad wants me to go to Mexico, like to visit the family. I don't want to be stuck in Mexico for 2 fucking weeks with no weed. So my mind automatically goes to, well, how the fuck I'm gonna get that shit to Mexico?
Smoke a cactus.
Fuck that.
See, and I was traveling. I was gone for like 3 weeks. But I also went to Oklahoma, and I also had to go from Oklahoma.
Big ups to Oklahoma.
Hey,
What you was doing in
Oh,
Oklahoma?
let's say, are you from Oklahoma?
What? I went to Langston.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't go out there for college, but I was out there for high school. I went to Edmond, Santa Fe.
Wicked.
And Putnam City West.
Wicked.
And
You was
Putnam
in
City
Edmond?
North. Yeah.
With the whites?
Yeah.
Wicked.
With the white people. I sure did.
whites.
My uncle was the principal, and they were just better with sports.
Family time.
And I was really like, I was starting varsity since I was a freshman. I was at the Putnam City schools first, and they, they're not as athletic as the Edmond side. So my dad was like, nah, we'll drive 45 minutes just to get you in Edmond. So I went to Edmond, and I started varsity there too. He was like, I told you. He was like, I don't want you to downplay yourself.
What's Oklahoma like, especially in high school? Is it like everybody see on TV, like they kick it at the Walmart and shit?
We do kick it at the mall. We kick it at the mall all day long.
At the
It's
Piggly
just-
Wiggly?
I said the Walmart.
Did they still have a Piggly Wiggly?
What is that?
You remember the Piggly Wiggly? That was like a old people store.
Wow.
But it was in
Okay,
the
I get
South.
what you're saying.
It's only in the South, though. They only
There's
have, it's
whole
like a
bunch of those.
Thrifties.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it would
they
be
sell
like what a
everything.
Walgreens
And they
is
sell
now.
everything.
Hey, you remember Newberry?
Everything.
Yep.
They even sell food. They got these bomb ass fucking
Newberries,
burritos for
Montgomery
some reason.
Wards.
Like they had it had everything.
Hey, Mississippi
But I
got
moved
tamales.
when I moved there. I was like 13, and Thunder just started when I moved there. So that shit just started.
WCW
cracking when I
Thunder?
moved there. Huh?
This nigga.
What'd you say?
That's insane.
Oh, you old.
What did you say?
That's insane.
You know what? Yeah,
it
let's
was
keep
a wrestling.
going.
It was a wrestling joke.
Oh.
Nothing freaky.
Oh.
She was like, "What the fuck?" No.
Right, exactly. But yeah, it was cool. It was like the schools are indoors. It's completely different though.
Was you ever scared of tornadoes? Y'all was out there.
Bro, I was out there in a tornado.
What's that shit
hell
like?
no.
Because that shit
Crazy
scared. That
as
would
fuck.
scare the
I've
fuck
never
out of me.
seen one.
And they be used
You
to
never
Talking
seen
it.
a
about
tornado?
earthquakes. Fuck a tornado.
They be used to them
I
though,
was
huh?
never in the area
Boy.
where it's at. Cause
How did they react to it though? They was like, it's normal out there. Right?
Yeah, it's more normal. To
It's how we be with earthquakes.
But like
But how
bunkers-
we be like it's an
bunkers are
earthquake
real.
is normal.
My uncle had in
And-
his garage. You go down. It's this big ass room underneath his garage with nothing but camp.
My grandpa had that.
Everything to
That'd have been the podcast studio.
My grandpa had that out in Mississippi, and it was just like a cement.
Mississippi?
It was like a cement. Like you go in through the bottom, but it was like a window type thing that was like came out the grass, and he would have to like you could like look out with no screen or nothing, so it was just like air could actually flow in, but it'd be like under the fucking like house, everything. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's a culture shock. It's it's literally
So, like,
you could tell the difference between the
They
city
gotta have fucking
out there.
snakes and
They
shit
have
in there.
lotus, or locust.
All the
Locusts.
shits that be up in
They're
the
like
fucking
this, like giant
they be
fucking
in the
grasshoppers,
fucking-
loud as fuck. You
Yeah.
can hear everything
For real?
all night long. Like it's crazy. There's fireflies. Like it's fucking beautiful, but it's like
the crickets
you
go crazy.
I had to shovel. I
Nigga,
had
I've
to.
seen crickets like the
Crickets
size
go
of like
crazy.
that.
I had to
like,
shovel
size of the
snow.
Modelo
My
can,
school
nigga.
was on the news, nigga. There was a cricket invasion. I'm talking about literally
Yep.
everything was black.
Yep.
Everything. The crickets had nigga.
It was like
covered
Joe's
everything.
apartment and shit.
Like,
Whose apartment?
Joe's apartment.
I went to LBCC when they had all those rabbits there. Y'all remember that?
Oh
shit?
yeah. Ha, that's funny. I mean, I was
said
in school,
rabbits?
but I remember.
The
Hey,
rabbits.
you said
There was a rabbit
LBCC
invasion?
it had like a rabbit invasion, bro. And one day, maybe like 7 years after I stopped going there, I went back to deliver some shit, and I realized like ain't no fucking rabbits. So I asked somebody, like, what happened to the rabbits? Straight up was like, we killed them all.
wow.
Like no
Killed the
relocation,
rabbits?
no nothing. Just we just
Yeah,
gonna
everybody
kill
get a
them.
There's a
rabbit's
few of
foot.
them that
It's
came
crazy.
back. There's a few of them still jumping
Everybody in
around
the school get a rabbit's foot now.
comes
Like,
with your freshman
come
package.
with your package. Like you take your ID picture. and
Be
get
careful,
a
see what they
rabbit's foot.
serving up in lunch in the lunchroom.
Shit, rabbit is good as fuck. I didn't
Good
know
rabbit.
before.
Are you guys like?
I've had
So you
rabbit.
went to? How long did you go to college? Like, are you guys like college people? Like,
No.
went to college, finished, did everything like you
I'll tell you
supposed to
straight
type
up,
shit?
I went to
I went
college
to
for
trade
football.
school.
I went to college for 7 years, nigga. I got my master's in this bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to you,
ooh.
bro. You did that.
I went for a
Okay.
year.
I
That's
went
what's
to-
That
up.
was it.
I went to trade school.
I went for 3 semesters. Well, like a semester, 1 year.
What'd you
like
learn,
half a
Dex?
Semester.
I don't like this shit.
Right. What was your master's when you went, Dex?
Well, bachelor's, electrical engineering.
Okay.
I just felt like I didn't want to go. Like honestly, like not like I never looked at people that went different, but it just was like I didn't like school that much, and it was like I was good, and I was good at like I learned a lot of shit, and even when I went to independent study, and school wasn't hard. I just didn't like the shit.
I just feel
So
like
I
trade.
didn't feel like I wanted to go to fucking.
You didn't
like,
want to apply
I
yourself.
was just another.
But
That's
I
the
just
classic
feel like, no,
shit.
I
But
just
I
feel
was
like
like,
trade
fuck
trade
yourself.
just like it just makes more sense. Like my major was American Sign Language, and I had to take all these other classes that had nothing to do with
Yo, your
what I was
major was
trying
American
to do.
Sign Language?
Boy.
Yeah,
You supposed to be
That's
the people at the concert, like gang banging?
yeah, I wanted to be.
Oh, shit.
I wanted
shit.
to be that. I thought that was
He
gonna
said
be my life.
gangbanging.
I can still talk with people
see
that
some.
are deaf.
Oh shit!
But-
Hey, how did she doing it?
You're
How do you say
I know-
play dirty in sign language?
How can your whole
so
major
this
be
is
that?
play
Wow.
because it's like a little kid. Like
Yeah.
like they give you like ways to remember. But this is play. I don't know. I don't remember what dirty is.
I
but
knew
this
the
is play.
alphabet. I can't remember it. I learned it in like 4th grade,
Hey.
like the entire. I remember this is
Uh-huh.
J. This
This
is
B.
J.
Oh, this is B.
Yeah, I can't
A,
remember.
B,
I gotta like if I go
C,
over, but I just
D,
remember. I was low key good like with
F.
that shit, low key.
You gotta be careful where you practice that shit.
H.
That's the problem.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
Somebody
Gang
banging on
banging.
you already.
Listen,
Like a
I've seen
motherfucker.
stories of people who are deaf
You
who get
are-
shot because
Yeah.
gangbangers think they banging. Like
That's
I've
A
seen
few
it.
crazy.
stories like that.
Imagine
I've
Imagine
seen
being
it
a
like
deaf
that.
gangbanger.
Oh shit! But you sick with it. You gotta be sick,
Sick
with
with
it.
it.
met a
You
couple
gotta be
before.
sick with the hitter.
You can't hear them sliding on you. You ain't gonna hear nobody sliding on you.
Damn,
Hey.
would you respect a gangbanger if they walked up with that talk though? If they was deaf, like no, ain't got
I'll be like, this
Oh,
nigga
crap.
had to got into something. Nigga.
on crap. Why would it be a crib? That's fucked
Not
up.
they don't
he
all
crippled.
talk like that. Those if they talk like that, they probably don't have a hearing aid. But nowadays age, a cochlear implant is very popular.
What about
so they
the
actually can
voice
pick
box?
up the frequency.
He'd just
When they
fire
gotta
off
put the
on you.
voice
though.
box-
A voice
They
box. I
talk.
feel like a voice box would be a
Like
blood.
CB4.
That's not for someone deaf.
A
though.
deaf person would be a crib,
That's
and
what
the
he
voice
is.
box would be a
'Cause we
blood.
gonna get on your
Am I
good-
Like, you talking about
am
the
I
ones
like?
that-
Are you on the same page as me?
We gonna get on
Wait,
your
what'd you
girlfriend's
say?
ass.
I feel like
your
because Cam said a
girlfriend's
voice
ass.
box. I said I feel like a voice box would be a blood for sure, but the person who's deaf would be a crip. I don't know why, but I imagine the voice box blood.
On playing room. On playing room. Don't play with my game. I'm on your
I
ass.
do agree with the deaf person being a crip though, for sure.
That's
For sure, because
crazy.
they crippled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
this
think
is
he'd
just,
get
this is
mad.
a lot more easier than
Then
yeah.
you
You're right.
You
You're
think
right.
I'm playing with you, nigga?
How do you put it on somebody that has a disability? Like if somebody wanted to join a hood that already has a disability, would you put him on?
It's like, why?
And it's the normal put on is to get like.
Y'all think it's gangbangers or autism out there?
That's what I'm thinking. Like there has to be gangbangers with autism.
It definitely is.
You know, autism.
Hey, but the gangbangers with autism,
people look normal as fuck and be autistic as fuck.
They active as fuck.
Exactly. You would never know when someone. There's some cases of autism you don't even know they're autistic.
Y'all getting on my fucking subject here because I love people with autism.
I know. I love it too. I work with them. That's why I took American Sign Language so that I could be able to be that.
But I'm saying you got to mean it's people of like in gangs
because they're regular people.
Niggas will be like, they
will
turned.
sit here and talk like us.
A person with autism will tell you they want to fuck.
They talk about fucking like we do. They talk about smoking weed like we do. They talk about doing drugs like we do.
Question.
Not like we do. They'll walk up straight to you and be like, I want to fuck.
So say you come across a girl, she fine as hell. You don't even know she got autism until she tell you. But she tell you she want to fuck. You hitting?
I watched a show called Love on the Spectrum.
Oh my God!
There's some bitches that look like they don't have autism.
No, but I can already tell.
There's some bitches that look like they don't have autism out there, and they have autism. Like, look, there's different kind of autism people out here. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, no offense, but there's some Asian people that don't look like they got autism, and they give you the correct change. They work at the register and everything, and I'm like surprised that they're like, damn. Like, I don't think a Mexican with autism can give you correct change, but I bet this Asian motherfucker could. But what I'm saying is, like,
this nigga racist.
What I'm saying is they out there.
They out there.
Fucking X-Files on the nigga.
But to answer your question, no, I wouldn't, because I would feel like I was taking advantage of somebody with autism.
Facts. What about y'all niggas? Y'all hitting the autistic fine woman that's normal?
I'm not.
Okay, but listen to this. Like,
Aspergers, though, I might hit it. I might hit Aspergers.
That's different, bro.
But it was a documentary about people in MIT, which is like one of the like smartest, biggest colleges like in history. And they said at the time more than half of the students there were Aspergers or either some type of autism.
Shit, Elon Musk
and they were
Asperger's.
and they were like, and so it's like, why? So it's almost like these motherfuckers at some point they might be more clever and smart. Because clever, people say clever, but clever it doesn't mean smart. It just means a motherfucker knows how to move. Right. Smart enough for them, for their skill set. Right. So a motherfucker might be just clever enough to where you just don't even understand autism or Asperger's or anything. And it's like you just thinking this motherfucker just a certain way. And you fucking with him. So of course, like, why would you not fuck with him? I can see a motherfucker walk up to you drooling with the arm twisted.
Yeah, can you give the definition of Asperger's? Because y'all have used that term multiple times already.
I think what Asperger's is just like a monotone type jug when you talk, like you don't have any. You know how we all talk. Yeah,
it's a condition.
You know, like when we excited,
we'll
talk like that. When we sad, we'll talk
about Asperger's. Like for real, like each cheek is a burger, and that motherfucker.
Shout out Thick LA with the Asperger's all motherfucking day.
Labor Day, September 4th, come fuck with you, girl.
You know.
It's gonna be great.
Asperger's.
The way y'all saying it, bro, that's just like a trigger.
It's like old timers instead of Alzheimer's, like old timers.
White people with Down syndrome got ass.
That's like people outside of In and Out.
People with Down syndrome got ass. If people with Down syndrome were called, if that was called Asperger's, I would believe it.
Like it affects their ass and their hips.
Okay. So, 444, everybody. Shout out to y'all. Hey. But let me ask this before I gotta bounce. So I'm about to start this new thing, okay? And right now, there's a new study that says statistically, women nowadays are more likely to be or more likely to not be monogamous. Why do y'all think that?
Because being not just saying
the economy.
He said the economy.
It's popularized.
Like because what they're showing?
It's popularized. No, it's just that shit is cool to see on VH1
because of financial
all the
need.
other bad bitches that they look up to as bad bitches do that shit on VH1. So why would you not do it?
That man is on to something.
If all the motherfuckers I look up to was hustlers and wore certain jewelry and clothes, and that's what the fuck I do, a woman gonna look up to certain women that wear that's a bad bitch. Clothes, hair done, playing niggas, having drama on TV, they gonna have that in their regular life. That's what it's the VH1 era, so that's probably why.
All those girls are monogamous, so all those girls have husbands and shit.
A lot of times, a lot of them girls are side chicks, or like they were they nigga had a side chick, or it was just some type of drama in
That's
that
true.
shit. So it's
That's
like a lot
true.
of them wasn't just on some happily married shit on those shows, and even when they portrayed that, it come out this was going on the whole time afterwards. So
It was always
and
some
it's
messy
not-
shit, and that's what
it's-
made for a good show.
Exactly. So it's not just using that as the whole reason for why women are, and that's the whole. But I think that's like a 50, 60, 55% of that. Why? Because it's just like that's what's promoted now.
So I had a
Right.
conversation with someone about this, and their answer was, which I thought was very valid. I was like, never thought about it that way. But basically, he said that's because women get dick a lot easier than men get pussy.
That's the rest of the percentage.
And he said,
That's the other
he
50,
said,
that's
he
the
said
other
a man,
50%.
he said literally a woman can wake up and say, you know what, I want some dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call
That
this.
can go
hit
on the
somebody
story,
up, and they
it's
got
gonna
some
be
dick.
some. No, all they got to do is go up in the story, and then the DMs is gonna just come.
That is,
She can just scroll.
that's very true. So first
She can
off,
scroll
a
and be
woman don't
like,
even
"What
have
you
to post
doing?"
anything about
Woman
getting
can
dick.
walk
And
She
outside
can
right
tell-
now, yo, I want some dick, and
Hey.
get her some dick.
A woman can tell. Look,
Somebody gonna be like,
Somebody's gonna respond to the request.
Look,
somebody gonna.
a woman can get on her phone, text or DMs, hit up 10 different
I was like, wow, I
motherfuckers and
never
be
looked
like,
at it that
"Hey,
way,
let's
but very
fuck later
true.
or let's link up later
he
today."
was saying, he said,
they
men,
gonna have
he said
10 out of
men-
10.
All 10 of
He
them
said
niggas
men
is gonna
get
be ready to link
rejected.
up at the end of the day.
Men will get rejected
and
more
only
than
one gonna
women
get like. Well, even if she
Facts.
pick one, and then even if she don't, she can hit them niggas again in 3 days, 4 days, and all 10 of them niggas still gonna be locked and loaded. Like,
All she got to do
Out
Out
of
of
is
10,
board.
how
I'm
many you think
bored.
an average nigga will get? Like if he's saying 10 bitches, like I'm trying to fuck text right now on average.
if you say it one more time, like if he.
That nigga copy and paste the same message.
Hey, sometimes that shit goes 0 for 10. B.
No, I mean, okay, I think, but it depends on the dude. If you really got prospects like that or motherfuckers that's interested in you like that, and then but it ain't gonna be as like thirsty. You gonna probably have a little thirst, like a 2 out of 3, 4 thirst balls out of 10, but it ain't gonna be like all 10 motherfuckers is like, where you at? I'll pull up right now. It'll be like well, maybe after work, maybe this day. Even if it's a yes, it's gonna be like, let me see what we doing Thursday.
Niggas
Or,
do
like,
really be fucking at like 11 o'clock though.
Man.
Can
I
I
didn't-
come over? It's hot.
Hey, I done took
No,
some morning. I done took some
hot.
afternoon delights.
Hey, all it takes is
I
got
done took
AC.
some afternoon delight trips to like certain areas. Like I'll drive out. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna push up here. Fuck it.
It's the
The
morning
kid at
for
school
me.
or something.
You said it's.
He said it gotta
It's
be
the morning
convenient.
for me.
Why? Why is that? Because that's like
He
in a
said,
lot
I want
of
to
men.
smell
Like,
the fresh
I-
dew on the grass.
You want that morning
I
dick?
love to beat it up in the morning.
She got to get that morning
Why
dick.
though?
I don't know. It's something about the energy. I don't know. I
Morning
just feel
dick
it
is
in
like
the
you off a
morning,
pill,
feel
low
me?
key. It's like they're being off a pill.
Because you already erect.
giving a bitch morning dick. Oh, nigga,
That as well.
That's like
That
it.
as well.
It's
it's like your
convenient.
energy. You
Because
have
morning
full
wood a
energy.
different kind of wood.
It's convenient.
Hey, you remember video games when you would like die in a video game and the man fall back in and be blinking and you could just fuck up everything and nobody can hurt you for like a good 10 seconds? That's like morning, giving a bitch morning dick. You just fall back in and just be like, nigga, everything getting smashed. Like there's no stopping me.
That's funny.
My energy
I'll
is
take that, though,
it won't go
'cause
down.
That one condom commercial, I forgot which one it was. I think it's Fire and Ice or something like that. But it shows them like about to go in the room, and then it's like fireworks and shit, and everything's going crazy. That's really how it do be for a girl if she's really coming.
Busting,
It's like it's
busting,
crazy.
busting.
It's like a lot of energy going
Hey.
everywhere, and it's just like. I guess like you could imagine a light coming out of like your soul, leaving
Soul
your body.
glow.
I'm fucking weak.
Out of body
It
experience.
don't
She hit a
feel like
nigga.
that.
She hit a nigga with a
Hey,
solar.
I need a light
Eyes
to come out of a business.
Hey,
I be feeling like
Hit a
that.
nigga with
eyes
solar.
closed. They be like, what color you see?
It's a solar cannon from the crowd.
Eyes closed. You be like, what color you see?
Every
I see
color.
the sun. Nigga.
Everything.
Like,
It's
motherfucking-
bright all over the place.
This is a
everywhere.
motherfucking sun glowing out there.
I want to feel like a beam of light is shooting out of my chest.
Kamehameha.
That
You
sounds,
trying to come like a bitch. Shut
that
up.
sounds amazing,
You sound
nigga.
like you
Hey,
need some
Dirk
extra
trying to
help
come
from
like a
the-
bitch. She trying to get that extra
She
shit.
hit you with a
Wow,
Kamehameha, a crotch.
It's a
crack.
pill that can help you for that, man.
That's not a regular cum. Like that's a climax for a woman. Like it's after that where she gets shaky and just you kind of really
That's the
can't
best.
do much after
You
that.
see the little noodle legs?
I love
They be
all
trying to hold
noodle
on to the
legs.
door to make
He
it out.
said I love the
They be trying to make it out the room, like looking like they just like they just been in an earthquake or something. Like, they trying to make it to like safe ground.
You about to fall. Huh?
Yeah,
crazy. That is
shit
hilarious.
Like, you just hear the water come on in the bathroom. Woo. You also hear the, woo.
You
Yeah,
stupid.
it's been a
It's
wild
like grabbing
ride.
the walls for me. That is funny.
They be clutching the walls. They can just, ooh.
You gonna grab a wall?
That's when you start needing them handicap
You
rails.
need to make that make sense.
I'm gonna have to.
That's like she's clawing at the wall. What is you doing to it, man?
And random places around
They
the
be
house.
like,
Mom duty, y'all. Mom duties.
Peace
I don't
out.
take care of that. That's a responsible woman right there.
come
Shout
back?
out China White.
I'm gonna go on that one.
You
Right
coming
Shout
back?
out China
Probably
White
not. My
on some
daughter does not need to
responsible
be
shit.
here.
Turn it. Yeah, she said just turn
You're the one
it.
that started this
I
conversation
know, but
with
that's-
your statistically speaking.
Hey, I'm just about to start bringing y'all statistics. And
Every week.
Man,
You gonna be like, she gonna be like the
That's
statistics.
crazy.
I'm not finishing this cupcake, Dex.
I feel like she should finish the
I'll finish
cupcake.
it. Where's
I
that?
finished it. That shit got me
I'll
right.
finish it.
That shit
Oh,
got
my
me.
legs are shaking.
That shit got me
There
right.
it is. There it is.
Good luck.
All
There
right,
it is.
see.
The old wobble knees.
All right.
Bye, guys. I have to go around here.
Peace out.
Good luck. Good luck.
I could have just said bye.
You know that cupcake got me right, my
Bye,
nigga.
guys.
All right.
Bye, Punch.
It's been it's a good show. We still going. We got a little while.
Thank you. You coming back?
Hey, happy birthday to the homie Punch.
All right, peace out, Kareem.
You gonna
Black.
finish it? You trying to get lit,
I'm
huh?
trying to get lit.
Yeah, I finished the whole thing. That shit, I'm right. But see, that's the thing. I felt like this about edibles, and I feel like this about people that like trip out or wig out when they get too high. Unless you smoked, and it's not that even if you smoked a long time, unless you smoked a certain level of like nigga, I've smoked. Me and the homies have smoked
But
8,
people
9
be on
months.
other shit, Tony, and that be the problem.
No. It's like,
You
I'm
said
saying,
what?
They don't just be the weed. People be on
so
other shit. They don't
it's
tell
that
you.
too. It's that too. But there's people that
People walk
it's
in and
that
be on
too.
some whole other
It's that too, and
Huh?
then they get crossfaded and wig out. But I'm talking about the people that just really don't do nothing, but they want to
Dex-
smoke with the
let me
homies,
see. Dex
and then
be doing
or
that shit,
eat
but-
an edible and they
But
flip out.
Dex hold his high perfect.
Because that's my point. Because he's an experienced smoker. Because he's an experienced smoker. That's what I'm saying. I feel like people that wig out, they'll eat an edible that's some high power shit. It'll take them to a level that all of us have only been on when we smoked. Nigga, me and the homies and smoked 7
I think the thing is,
blunts.
niggas lose control of their body a little bit. They can't just
And they get
up, jump,
nervous.
skip, and they be like, "Damn, I'm slow."
But
It's
that's
like,
the point of
nigga,
they
you're
never been that
high.
exactly.
I was
That's what
telling
I'm
them,
saying. They never been that high.
I was
off of
driving.
just smoking.
I was driving the other day and I was smoking, and I was and I just got like one of them like cough attacks,
yeah,
right?
it felt weird.
Bro, my arms went numb to where, bro, I started feeling like the nerves in my arms all the way down to my fingertips, and I'm like, oh shit. But then I fell into this pocket where like, oh yeah, that's that high I've been looking for, bro. Where you just sit back, you just sit into the seat a little bit.
You just gotta
How
know
was the
you
high
high.
last night from the edibles I
That
gave?
shit fire, bro.
Did you eat both of them?
No, I just ate the one.
Oh, I
just took one.
I thought I had you grab one of the cupcakes.
I just took one of the fucking cookies.
Yeah.
You just got to know your level and your what Cam say back in the day. You know your dosage.
Like back in the day, so they'll tell you like they music, like Led Zeppelin, like Pink Floyd, all that shit was just drugs based. So like they have like certain like things that you're supposed to do when you listen to an album. When it's like you're supposed to listen to this on something before you fucking actually watch it or listen to it. They've even made movies and shit based on fucking whole ass albums just to get you fucking high or for you to like react to the high. Shit's crazy like that, man. Ain't nobody out here doing shit like that. Was like you gotta have like remember having like a secret like code on some shit back in the day.
Yeah, it's like you just put some shit in.
Put some shit in there.
Bro, one time I was tripping and I did a graphic design
Mm-hmm.
and I did some trippy ass shit on the graphic design. And like I woke up the next day and I seen that shit. I was showing everybody like, you see it? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, now look at it this way. They're like, oh shit. Like I was like, you know, it's crazy to actually see some shit that you did when you was in that mind state. Like,
Well, that's like what y'all say when you've done the drug. It's like you know when other people have been like, yeah, you've done that shit before.
facts.
You have to have been on some shit to do this shit.
Yeah.
Because you just think about everything different. Like, after you take shrooms, you'll be like, okay, this is what I've been missing out on. Like, it just...
I remember
opened
the
up
first
to a
time
new
I took
world.
it. I remember the first time I took it. I just remember like I was at the beach and I just took a little bit, but it was like that shit. It wasn't like I saw no crazy shit. It was just the outline of like the mountains and like the water, like looking down the beach was like it had like a kind of like colorful aura like around the outline of the mountains. And I remember like I had my
All
shades
the
on,
colors start popping
and I
out.
was
That's
like,
I
what
said,
the
nature.
fuck? I remember like looking like what the fuck, and it was just like, and that was it at the most. And then I just remember being sleepy as fuck, like on the ride home, like kind of knocked out for maybe like 10 minutes, and then woke up like, oh shit. And
You had like a movie montage moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so high, I have movie montage moments where I'm looking out the window, the wind blowing, and it's like a certain song.
I've
playing,
had that off of
and I'm
Gang
just sitting there
Edibles.
probably looking stupid as fuck to everybody else in
bro,
other
you
cars.
appreciate
I've had
life,
that off of
bro.
Gang Edibles. That's all was
Appreciate
it.
the
Honestly,
moment.
real shit. How you just said, what you just described is what I was doing in Vegas. Off the hash and the litter. It was like,
moment.
and it was funny because me and the homies always like laughed about that shit. Because I was in the front seat and I'm in the passenger seat. The homies in the back. The homie driving. They talking about some shit. And I'm like, I'm high as fuck, but we didn't all smoke the same shit, but I was smoking it more when they went out on the strip. I was still chilling. And I remember they was like, hey, like they was asking somebody to turn the radio down. And they were like saying it and I could hear it, but it was like, I just didn't give a fuck because I was just high as fuck. The lights is popping. And they like, nigga, turn it on. I'm like, nigga, what? Nigga, like, niggas, it was just all day. I was like, nigga, you was really like, it was that what he just described though. Like literally out the window, the lights, and we ain't even, you just going at a certain
shit, bro.
speed. And it was just
But see,
that
which
shit was nice.
y'all talked about experiencing shit going like, hey man, like you could tell that motherfucker has been high before.
Yeah.
It's like even the movies, legitimate movies, where you sit there and it's that moment where it's like, how do you come up with that movie montage moment? It's because motherfuckers is really in a car, wind blowing, song is playing, and that shit happens in real life. That shit has to be
human
inspired by,
experience.
it has to be inspired by real shit.
Yeah. Real shit.
Some people just ain't experienced it yet, and that's the problem. I think that's the issue. I need to try shrooms, bro. I don't know.
You ain't never did it?
I ain't never did shrooms.
Bruh.
I ain't never did shrooms.
You gonna have to be here when you do the shrooms. Just so
I'm gonna
you
have to
can
have
just
somebody watch me. I gotta
Separate
have
that. That's what
somebody
I'm saying.
kick it
You,
No,
with
but
me.
real
need to
shit-
be here.
babysitter.
But real shit, that's what
Nah,
I thought.
to
I
watch
thought
it.
I was
You
nervous.
should still have somebody
And-
take the trip with you too,
And I had
walk
a
you
couple
through
people.
it.
I had a couple people with me, but I was literally like, I thought I was gonna be like, all right, maybe I'm gonna flip the fuck out.
Nah,
all all I did was see some colors
Cook.
and was sleepy as
Cook.
fuck.
if you
Cooks,
end up
cooks,
flipping the
cooks.
fuck out,
Felt
you probably
good.
took as much as I did, and you never did it before.
Yeah,
Because,
and that was my first time, and I just took like, and I was like, I'll just take a little more.
My biggest fear is that I'm a negative person.
Nah, bro. I feel
So
like
I'm
you
scared
start
my
at
shit
certain
gonna go
points throughout the trip, you start losing control of your motor skills. It's like, all right, yeah. I'm
you start
telling-
getting hit with waves.
waves. I'm telling myself,
shit
all
just-
right, I need to get up. Nah, all right.
Sit your
Like,
ass
my body
down.
not getting up.
I've
like,
gotten waves off.
But as long as you accept it, you good, right?
I got waves.
I mean,
got
it
like
ain't
that off
even
of Lane
like-
before. That's why I
Nah,
stopped.
but then you look
I-
up and it be like fucking 30 minutes. That's why I say I watch movies. You feel me? I
just wanna get giddy.
I feel like shrooms don't
can
force
find
you
it.
to accept it. Like acid forces you to accept that you took that shit. Like,
Yes.
you just be like, damn, I just got to be a man. I already took it.
It's no way out of
is
shrooms
like,
neither though, bro.
yeah, but you don't feel like that. Like,
My first time taking shrooms, and I didn't even do much. I did like 2.5 grams, bro.
that's a lot
That's
for
a
a
lot.
first time.
Oh,
If you have weak shrooms, I'll
The
tell
first time I did it, it was an 8.
Everybody at the table.
yeah,
went,
everybody
damn.
told me to do it. Hey,
But I'm saying, if you take that much of what I have, you're gonna be way too high. Even if you took them before, like,
Yeah, it's
unless
like-
you really want to trip that like that, like you don't take them.
And I've been high on like a weird high where like how he said it, you acknowledge like the high, and I was off of. That's what made me stop doing certain drugs. What I would like do a little lean here and there, but I would be on a pill, like on an X pill. And I remember I was in front of the computer one time, and I had took a pill, and I just had some lean. And I remember I was just like on the computer, and I was done, but then I had something to eat, and a plate was there, and I remember just telling myself to get up and put the like plate in the sink, and I'm just like, and in my brain it was like just get up, and I really was like I felt like I was like locked to where I like literally was like, and I had to like get the fuck up because I felt like you on a pill that's having you up here and some lean that's having so you literally like on some like you just on like back
You
and
took
forth.
Thizzle and some lean at the same time. Well, that's
It was just
not
like,
normal, but
but it was like it was just like it was around. I had some like shit right there.
said it
I
was
had
around.
maybe
This shit
half.
can happen.
It wasn't a normal thing.
Oh yeah,
at
I'ma
all.
just pull up.
It wasn't. Yeah, it
upper
wasn't.
and a downer.
It was, just, and I didn't think of that when I was like,
Yeah.
I was just.
You just
we
thought
was,
high.
We was like, we was up.
I'm gonna get high.
And then
Your body ain't know how
and
to
I'm
act.
like, nigga, I was like, I remember just being at the house after like, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just like I couldn't. It was like I was locked inside
Like
of
the
here.
laziest hard
Like
worker.
literally, like exactly, and like you in there trying to like, and then I remember
like get out.
And
after
he
that,
doing
I
the
stopped. I
he
never
do a
did,
good
like, lean
efficient
again.
job, but he do
Real
it
My
slow
nigga
as
was
fuck.
tired having fast thoughts.
Yeah, real shit.
For real.
Hey, look, I'll put it like this: like I'm taking Adderall and then ended up sipping lean later that night, so it's like that's up and down.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
But
like
I wasn't really planning on sipping; it just happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
So it
same
just
shit.
happened like that.
And I was just like,
It would
fuck.
just be
So
like
it was
that
like, but after that, I never did lean
Somebody cracked it
again.
out, don't
Later on, maybe no more than maybe a few months, I stopped fucking with pills. Back then, like way, like, just never again. Just, it wasn't like I had a bad experience. But when you can kind of, like, all right, I don't want to end up on some other shit. Like, I'm just good. I felt like I had some funny shit happen, like visual shit. Like off a pill and seeing shit, like everything look red, nigga. Like everything is red.
That's crazy.
Like and they were called red scorpions.
Fuck
That's
that.
fucking
Nah,
crazy.
yeah, fuck all that.
Hey, look, the homie dropped
This
me
shit
off.
called
And
death.
I remember I walked to the back door. I was about to go in the house, and then I just remember opening my car door and just to sit in the car, like let's just chill out before I go in the house. Close my eyes. I opened my eyes, and it wasn't even like the whole how I had been high.
I would have thought that shit so
coming
cool.
home. That shit
Like
was
an old school Japanese
that shit
film.
was
See,
crazy.
that's my problem.
Like, it was
I would have
weird,
panicked.
nigga.
You guys are
What?
thinking about like, oh, I would have this, that, and that. Me, I would have panicked.
Bro, you gotta put yourself in
I'd
a
have been like,
positive
fuck.
headspace.
I'd have
or
been
you
like,
gonna
shit.
fuck yourself
I gotta
up.
become a blood now. Like I gotta do all this. I gotta change
Big
my
B.
life. Like
Hey,
all this shit.
all I did, I kind of I was like, at first I was kind of like, what the fuck? And I'm like looking around, like everything is like I'm looking through red lenses. Like with everything's
Spider-Man
red,
lenses
and I get out the
get from
car,
the,
and
cereal box?
I can still see perfectly. It ain't like it's blurry. It's just everything is fucking red. And I walk in the house, and as I go through the back door into the kitchen, it was like I guess maybe the house lights or whatever type lights,
Red Scorpion.
the whatever those type lights were in the kitchen. As I walk in, like literally the red like went into a circle, and like all the regular colors were in here. It was like the regular shit came in and
What
the
did you
red
do,
just.
though?
and
That
I
sounds
was
like some of your brain cells is getting destroyed.
I don't know
Your
what.
panic-
And
listen,
I was just standing
Let
in
me
the
tell you the
kitchen
problem
like,
with that
what
with
the
me.
fuck?
Let me tell you the problem
That
with
shit
that
was
with
like a
me.
scary
I'll tell you
movie,
straight up,
nigga.
and I'm being
I
100%
stopped
honest.
fucking with pills after
I'll
that.
tell you
I'm off
100% honest why that would scare the shit out of me. I got diabetes, right? The biggest problem with people with diabetes is they vessels fucking bleed in their eyes and then they lose their eyesight. So I'd be like, oh shit, I done fucked up. Like I would think I went off that pill and I'm about to lose my eyesight. My mind just goes
Get my
negative off
stomach
top.
I had no idea what the fuck. That shit was just but the way it just really faded back in, like I never went blurry.
Like James Bondish.
Exactly. Like from the all red to like what we're looking at out here. And I was like, I'm in the kitchen.
It changed in
as
front
I-
of your
as
very
I-
eyes.
As I walked back into the kitchen,
I
as
would've
I
went to sleep.
got out the
That's too high
car,
for me.
I got out the car.
I would've went to
Everything was
sleep.
still
Too high
red.
for
I'm
me.
like, what the fuck? I opened my back door. Everything's still
What
red.
do you do when you get too
and
high?
as I stepped in the kitchen, that shit, and I hit the kitchen lights.
What do you do when you-
Everything.
I would've been like,
It literally was like a
whoa.
circle. And
What'd you do?
I was just standing there like, what the fuck?
No, I mean, like, what
And
did you
that
do
shit-
after that? Did you go to sleep? Like, fuck this. I'm
I
going to
chilled
sleep.
for a little bit and went to sleep. Because I didn't feel weird. That I just was like, just because how it faded into that circle of back to normal color and normal vision. And I was like, what the fuck? I literally was standing in the kitchen like, what the fuck?
Nah.
But my keys still in my hand, like, and I just kind of like.
Your mama
I drunk
looking at you like,
I
"The fuck wrong
just
with
drunk
you?"
some water. I drunk some water, sat at the computer real quick. It was just kind of like everything was normal, was blinking, shit didn't come back. It was probably up like 30, 45 minutes and went to sleep.
That shit crazy. This might sound like some druggy type shit, but ain't it crazy like how, I don't know, maybe not just humans, but like it's kind of like drugs are for humans. Like certain shit affects
designer
us certain
drugs.
ways.
These are just how Mac Dre
You feel
say,
me? Like,
designer drugs. Nigga.
shit crazy.
Like, for real.
What did it take for the first person to just be like, oh, this do this? Like, I didn't know this did this.
Just seeing it there.
Shit just be happening.
Niggas just see it there.
It just, like ecstasy,
Who was
right?
the first person that smoked some weed? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Some
No, but
gardener.
I'm talking about like ecstasy.
gardener.
Some shit you actually have to make. What was ecstasy originally made for? Who made ecstasy?
It was probably some rejected shit, like a diet pill or something like that from the pharmaceutical company, and this shit had all these fucking side effects on it, and that's where a lot of these drugs.
That's how you
be
get
coming from.
Viagra. Viagra was supposed to be like a heart medication for like high blood pressure. And motherfuckers would be like, yo, this shit ain't helping my high blood pressure. But let
But
me
my
tell
dick
you
is
what.
rock hard,
My
nigga.
dick is like, remember like 16-year-old
That was a
when
side
you was
effect,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You
That's
couldn't
terrible.
control it. You had no dick control. Like it was like that.
But then they still gotta like perfect it to where, all right, you don't like start getting spots and shit after you done. You know, after you take this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Like
it'd be
Montana
like
Fishburne.
way worse
get
side
spots
effects
like
in the
what?
long
You gotta
term.
take
You know,
You get
Montana
spots like,
Fishburne.
man, like you get spots like Montana Fishburne.
Her ass.
leopard booty.
Leopard booty.
That shit look
chocolate
like
chip
people
booty.
burn cigarettes on her shit.
Chocolate chip booty. We've had this conversation before on the podcast. That shit was hilarious. That shit popped up on my YouTube.
The funny part is,
It was just
motherfuckers
like-
would hit still.
Because she had a nice little setup, but it's like it was
Sure.
like I'm good. I don't want to. I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
but-
little set. What's the setup? What do you
I mean,
mean, that nice
like
little
the way the
setup?
titty sitting, the way that little ass was like she had a nice little setup, little riblets. She had a little riblets, she had a little
This
nice.
bitch look malnutrition. over
She
here.
looked like she had a little.
I don't want to
pudge.
see no riblets.
She had a little belly pudge.
I don't want to see no ribs. I
had
don't
a-
want to see a bitch ribs.
She had a cold little head game.
No
She had-
ribs on the
she-
bitch.
She was set up. She was set up real nice, like yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
She was
Nigga
with the
said
business.
riblets.
Riblets.
You know them riblets.
You like a bitch with riblets?
Not all the time, but I've had a few bitches with riblets.
I don't want to see the ribs.
I like my little. I
Well,
like a little.
shit.
I've had a few riblet bitches.
I mean, sometimes
Riblet bitches.
Riblet bitches.
they're short.
That's the name of this episode.
Riblet
Bitches. I've had a few riblet bitches. Like they more wild, like cause they so like small and in
But
shape,
they have something they gotta
and they be trying to like buck up on
like a
you.
woman cop.
Yeah, man, trying to wrangle me around by my collarbone.
So do you like offer them a McRib when
Hell no, they not
take
finna
it to
eat no
McDonald's
damn
with a
McRib.
For their riblets, so but they got the
riblets.
riblets.
Yeah.
Hey, skinny
They
chicks got
riblet
the
bitches.
biggest appetite.
They riblet bitches.
If you a riblet chick, I'm sure you have a big appetite. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
they
the
do.
skinny
All the
chicks
little
got
bitches be
big-ass
having like
appetites.
super big appetites. Just be eating everything. You go to Thanksgiving dinner and have 4 plates. Like I done seen that shit. Like nigga, like she on her 4th.
Go to the
plate,
bathroom,
nigga.
take a shit, and come back. Like I'm
Yeah,
good.
fucking monster
what's
shit.
up with the third
Like
plate?
she, like
dog?
she just had a rhinoceros.
That's terrible.
Nigga, she just like that was like Ace Ventura in part 2.
When he had the baby,
When he pushed out of the rhino, he came out of the rhino. Or was that a hippo? Whatever.
That was
the
a
fuck he
rhino.
got. Yeah,
That was
that
terrible.
shit was hilarious. She was like, oh my god.
Hey, Punch, you know what you said earlier? You said, what do you do when you get too high?
Yeah.
You know what I do when I get too high?
What do you do?
You do Picasso painting?
I just close my eyes and put my head down and just be like,
Like you in court? That's what niggas do in court.
yeah.
Well, you like trying to have
I be trying to think like how do people edge that shit because one of my biggest fears is getting too high and panicking because that would be my first thought, panic. But I know people who are like, all right, you're supposed to accept the high and just be like, you know,
Even
ride
if
that
you
shit.
accept it, you could still be close to pen. That's how I was.
But
like,
you ride
like
it, you don't
going
let
to
it
the
ride
church.
you. You know what I mean? You
Huh.
ride that shit. Like real
Man,
shit
that
though.
should be easier said than
I
done.
mean, but you can go with a wave. Like I said, I done got woke up by like edibles.
But
and I
imagine
just
the
kinda
whole
go with it,
wave. You feel
I'm
like
just
you
chilling and
being
just-
dangled by your head.
I done
like,
had all kind of waves of like, and you just go with it. Like I said, with the red vision, nigga, I went with it. Like, all right, I gotta move. I gotta get out the car, walk in the house.
But see, that's you accepting
Yeah.
that the drugs did that shit. In my head, the drugs didn't do that shit. In my head, the drugs just brought out the truth, and I like this shit's really happening to me. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had an episode or something happen off a drug and you forgot you took that shit, and then you like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Nah.
And then realize you off some shit.
I ain't never
Yeah,
forgot
that
I took
happened to me.
shit.
I did that with some
That
with
happened
some.
to me before.
I did that with an edible and like totally forgot and didn't eat. And it was like later on, it was at the tattoo shop and was like,
Fit the tattoo.
oh,
shop.
like the nigga was drawing the shit, nigga. I was like, nigga started sweating. Nigga was like, he was like, you all right? I'm like,
He's
what
like,
you
he
mean?
gonna pass
He's
out
like, nigga,
on
you
me.
like sweating and you pale as a motherfucker. And I was like,
I learned my lesson
and then
about
I
that
felt
yesterday.
it like, but I went with it.
You need to
I
eat
would have. That's the
edibles.
thing when you go with it. I felt like if I'd have tried to like fight it, I would have passed the fuck out. And the fact that I just kind of like laid back in the chair. Well, and I was just like, oh shit, like, and I was just,
Yeah.
I went
Acceptance
with it.
is the
I
best.
was like, good. Like he was able to. We started the session maybe 20 minutes later. I was like, okay, I had maybe like one more wave, like 15 minutes after the first one. Like it was just like I was tripping, like what the fuck the whole time we was talking. He was doing my shit, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And I'm leaving,
that a serpent?
nigga. I'm leaving. Like, and it hit
What
me,
tattoo
nigga.
is it?
And I'm like, it was actually he was the first time I started on the koi. So I'm like, I'm leaving maybe like a few hours later, and I think I was in traffic somewhere, and I was like, nigga, that fucking brownie. It hit me. I had ate a brownie at like 9 in the morning before, and I got to the shop at like maybe like 10 before, and I had went to go get some shit, and then went to the shop, and nigga didn't eat shit, so it hit me later on the day, like, nigga, you ate a fucking whole ass brownie. And the nigga, when he sold it to me, he was like, bro, like, just fuck with the corner, like, hit the corner of it, or do like half.
Niggas be giving you whole ass warning.
Like warning, and I'm
trying to
niggas
tell
will
you.
still
And
walk away and eat that.
I put
whole
that shit in the
fucking
freezer for like a day. Nigga woke up that morning because I bought it like that Wednesday. I woke up like Wednesday night and woke up like Friday morning. So it just,
The corner.
I started my day with this shit. So it wasn't like,
That was like
and
a
I
wake and
smoked
bake.
like, and it was like a blunt. I hit a blunt and I ate that shit.
Y'all remember when
And
a
then
wake
went
and
to,
bake
like,
used
do
to
my
actually do something?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Put you back to
Playoff,
sleep.
right?
I
put
wake
you
up,
back to
smoke
sleep.
two
That too,
woods, and
on
don't be
me.
high by 11 o'clock. I'm like, damn.
Man, be right, nigga.
Nah, that shit don't do shit no more.
And now I just
Man, weed don't do
I
shit
think
no
it
more.
That's how I feel. But
It's
see,
the
that's
right-
I sometimes listen.
You
This is
gotta
my
have the right
issue.
plug.
Sometimes I sit here and I go, "Fuck, this is how people end up like on harsher drugs." Because I go like, "Fuck this weed
You
high
start
ain't getting me
contemplating
high."
hard
This
shit.
morning, the wake and bake ain't doing the same shit it used to no more. And I'm thinking like, fuck.
You got to add another blunt to the mix.
But see,
Like,
Nah, what you gotta do is
How
you
long
gotta take
until
a
you want
Tylenol
crack,
break.
B?
Ain't no other drug.
We
had
got an
our
hour.
All right.
Let's keep it's a birthday show. We can still go.
I gotta piss.
Nah, yeah, that's raps
do?
right
You gotta
there.
piss.
This raps.
Let's cut it.
All right, I'm cool as Cam, coolest motherfucker on the planet, and I just talk shit and laugh with the homies. This is DJ Punch's birthday.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Y'all supposed to be like,
Everybody high as
I got
fuck
that
now.
boy
That's
high.
all I'm talking.
Yeah,
It's DJ
Everybody
Punch's
lit as
birthday.
fuck. Hey, yeah. Dig it.
I panned all y'all cameras while y'all was saying
It's
it.
like,
Hey, that's
hey,
crazy.
it's
Oh, you
like all
fancy?
That's crazy that you just
Hey.
did that.
Hey, tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. And follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture. I fucked it
Yes,
up.
Lord.
They know.
But they know.
Innovative.
All right, what about y'all?
Get me out the way. I'm too
Go
high.
ahead.
I'm trying
Go
to
ahead,
close
Dex.
my eyes, man.
Oh, you about to take a weed nap, nigga?
Maybe DX. That's me. I'm Dex. PRODBABYDX on Instagram. Follow me. I'm totally sober right now.
Yes, Lord.
Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. Follow my backup page at Tony Grams
got a backup
Comedy. This nigga Dex tapping out. What you doing, nigga?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. But follow that. Check us out every week. I'll be at the Crow's Nest tonight, hosting the Crow's Nest Comedy Show. We're gonna have Mark Boyd, Angela Corza, John Yaves, and it's gonna be a super cool show. A couple other people gonna pull up there, so and check me out. We'll be here.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow me at I am DJ Punch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the whole Shabam Boo, baby. Make sure you follow the podcast at the FMAP Podcast, co-hosted by my boy Cool Ass Cam. Make sure you follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. Shit. DJ Dirt, man, go ahead.
Once I see Milk It in the comments, say tell Punch happy fucking birthday. Yeah. Milk It Media. Milk It Media. Yeah.
I'm DJ Play Dirty. Follow me at DJ Play Dirty. No I in Dirty. PlayDirty.com. Innovative Culture Studios. We out.
Yeah.
Innovative.